Okay, hello everyone. We are from PBL RKS 620. This time we will present our progress PBL. The topic of our progress PBL is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. And this is our team. The leader is Christian Barani, and the member is Muhammad Ezra Nova Putra, Muhammad Pola Sandi, and Musa Bungar Manjaitan. Next. Okay, this is our introduction project. The project is use black box methodology. Duration project is 14 weeks, and the scope of work like asset mapping, domain, APA, database, and another. And the tools automated testing, use of SAPS, Bursuit, Nikto, Nmap, etc. And the methodology and testing guide, we use PTES 7 page and the testing guide use of STG. Next. And this is our methodology. The methodology is PTES with 7 page. First page is pre-engagement, intelligent gathering, threat modeling, vulnerability analysis, exploitation, and post-exploitation. And why did we choose VTS and VSTG? We choose them because they are effective and structured. VTS ensure a complete project flow, and VSTG provides technical depth. Next. And this is intelligent gathering and information gathering page. Next. And this is the threat modeling. This approach is called attack-oriented because it focuses on thinking like an attacker instead of only defending the system using security checks. Next. And where we are, our priority project has completed the initial information gathering phase based on PTES and then the intelligent gathering phase in PTES and information gathering in OSTG info. Next.
Okay, moving into execution, we quickly is protected by a strict Lightspeed web application firewall that blocks aggressive automated scanners. So our Nmap and DNS recon scans return TCP rep status, meaning the firewall drops unauthorized backend traffic. So we decided to do manual fingerprinting, which successfully identified the target as a React single-page application built with Vite. Finally, Burpsuit was also used to intercept requests and uncover how the backend handles routing. Next. Because of strict web application firewall and our black box approach, we focus on configuration and exposure risk rather than full exploitation. We map out 4 key security observations, that is missing defense in the headers, reliance on an outdated PDFGS component, potential routing leak via the React router, and an exposed and dropped def tunnel that we triggered during request analysis. Next. Diving into the first observation, we found a protection mechanism failure, that is the CWE 693. Also, the CWE 16 configuration weaknesses. Most notably, a severely misconfigured content security policy. The content security policy only uses the upgrade insecure request directive, completely missing default source or script source. This means if we find an injection flaw, for example, a cross-site scripting vulnerability later, the browser has no fallback policy to stop the malicious payload. Next. The missing expert options headers maps directly to the CWE 1021, creating a clickjacking risk where an attacker could frame the application UI. Additionally, we identified CWE 1104 use of unmaintained components. The front end relies on PDFGS version 5.5207. Handling user files with an outdated document parser significantly expands the attack surface for potential client-side execution. Next.
The next is CWE 200. exposure of sensitive information to an unauthorized author. What it means is the server leaks an information that is not supposed to be accessed by unauthorized author, such as the OS version, the version of the service that they use, and so on. Next. The next is the job description. So this is the job description for WSTG information gathering. So from WSTG information gathering 1 to 3rd is done by Christian Barnesi Barani. WSTG information gathering 4 to 7 is done by Muhammad Ezra and Falasandi. And WSTG info 8 to 10 is done by me, Musa Mungaram. Next. So this is the progress for the PTS. On the pre-engagement phase, we already did 5%, intelligence gathering 20%, threat modeling 15%, and vulnerability analysis 5%. Next.
Our current penetration testing progress, which stands at 45% completion across 4 main stages, we have successfully wrapped up the pre-engagement phase to establish the scope and legal agreements, followed by comprehensive intelligence gathering where we map the web architecture and generate our initial recognition reports. This vulnerability assessment and penetration testing project faces several constraints. First, testing was performed in black box mode without source code or credential. WAF anti-bot system blocks high-volume automated requests. No valid authentication endpoint was identified. Out/login returns for OAuth. Port scan show TCP wrap, indicating firewall filtering and no full exploitation. Next steps include login endpoint fuzzing, low and slow input testing, followed by authentication, session, and authorization assessment, and controlled exploitation to produce a final report aligned with OASP Top 10 ISO and the Indonesian PDP law. And that's all from us. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, that's all for our presentation. Thank you, guys.